As I'm making this video, the next Boruto chapter has just dropped. We're now witnessing the Boruto series take on Big Brother as Naruto trusts that his sons, yes, I'm counting Kawaki as his son, don't get horny living with one of the most beautiful women on Earth. As it turns out, they're probably the only ones on Earth who can't. Even creepy Konohamaru is ogling her. Shame on him. Pardon, is this awkward? Sorry, but the entire chapter was awkward. Welcome to the Amagi. Before we begin, we publish a new video every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this channel, so if you're a fan of us, please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on all of our social media. Help us reach our goal of passing 100,000 followers on all of our accounts by the end of the year. We've also noticed lately that sometimes YouTube unsubscribes folks from channels that they didn't mean to unsubscribe from, so if you could do us a favor and double check that you are indeed subscribed to the Amagi, it would mean a whole lot. So this chapter of Boruto actually had a good bit of action in it. I guess when you're now on the most watched reality TV show in Konoha, you gotta expect a little friction between the players. Anyway, the chapter starts with the train carrying our distrusted trio into Konoha. Ida maintains herself as she exits, but Daemon is being that easily impressed 4-year-old that he is, and is oohing and eyeing all over everything. And they're not just in a train station. To be fair, they left from a place almost exactly the same, if not a little more impressive, but I guess any new place is impressive to an ankle-biter like him. Pardon, Daemon sorta gets on my nerves. A lot. Probably because he's so close to me, personality-wise. Shikamaru shows up flanked on all sides by Konoha ninja, and those ninja are so easily put under her spell. Ida displays her omniscience in an almost bragging way by agreeing to the terms of Shikamaru had yet to present to her. And as you would know it, people getting off the train are ogling her too. She decides that she would rather not stand out, so she flies away. She freaking flies away. As if she's not drawing any more attention by going Superman on them all. Honestly, the more I read this, the more I get a strange feeling like I've seen this before. Well, just today, when she flew with Daemon, I suddenly realized it. Ida and Daemon sort of remind me of Android 17 and 18 for a multitude of reasons. Android 17 is a bit of a twerp, much like Daemon, and Android 18 is a passionless, emotionless woman, not too different from Ada. And they also fly, too. So, anyway, Shikamaru then corners Amato and basically starts demanding that he tell him anything, and at this point Amato is too tired to care, so he's like, whatever, just let me smoke. Then we're taken to a pretty nice home in the middle of nowhere. Here, Boruto is gushing over how fancy the house is, and Kawaki is just being a prick as always. Kawaki begins to call Boruto cocky because he's acting cheerful, which sets a pretty bad precedent for how the mission's gonna go, and Konohamaru catches this. He tells him that the fate of the village is at stake and that they need to get along. Boruto notes that it's strange that they have this house ready to go, given that they only now just started the mission, and Konohamaru basically says that they had to force the occupants out due to the sensitivity of the mission. A family is living their best life, and Konoha shows up knocking at their door. Hippity hoppity, your home is now government property. It's then that Kawaki witnesses Momoshiki once more when Boruto removes his pack. In the distance, Sarada and Mitsuki are just watching, and Sarada is confused with how she should do this, knowing that Ida can see them at any time. Mitsuki just says, scowl all the time. After all, they're only there to pressure Ida to make sure that Boruto and Kawaki are literally playing house in an acceptable manner. It's then that Ino Shikacho show up to see who this Ida woman is. Chocho claims Ida to be her new romantic rival over Kawaki, but the moment Ida shows up, Chocho, much like everyone else, joins Team Ida. Mitsuki sees her, and for the first time in his life discovers the emotional sensation called horny. Inogen and Mitsuki actually start planning to go over there, but they're quickly stopped by Moegi, who shows up to scold her team. It's at this time, as Konohamaru is about to leave, that he's caught on the stairway by Ida. He convinces himself that she's just a regular girl, but he immediately passes out the moment she says his name. She sort of retreats back into the darkness. Boruto tries to coax her out, but Daemon jumps on his back like a rabid raccoon. Daemon decides to lay down the law and plans to show them why they are not allowed to even think that they can hurt her. Boruto is struggling with the Rugrat when Kawaki comes in and smashes Daemon, only to get ye old Wobbuffet counter, thus taking all the damage for himself. Daemon shows him his special ability, but beyond that he goes so far as to insinuate that he doesn't even need that ability to kick Kawaki's ass, and so he turns the ability off and allows Kawaki and Boruto to attack. Kawaki uses Sakuna Hakona to basically teleport chakra rods at him, but Daemon not only dodges them, he catches them with his bare hands. Boruto is astounded that he could dodge that. Boruto then goes to attack Daemon and is suddenly dodged and then attacked. Daemon has them completely outclassed. He even catches Boruto's punch with a smirk. They wake up on the couch, with Kawaki waking up in Ida's lap. Daemon remarks that her lap is soft, but Kawaki pushes her affections aside. Daemon mentions to them that he attacked them for the sole reason of setting the tone of how this is supposed to work. The moment they step out of line, little brother is gonna open another fresh can of whoop-ass on the two. It's then that Shikamaru calls them and tells them that Ida and Daemon may be on their way. This part actually made me laugh a bit. Remember in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 when Mantis gets hit in the head with a rogue rocket booster and Drax suddenly shouts out, "Mantis, look out," after she was already knocked out? Yeah, well, this is Shikamaru's equivalent. It's hilarious. To be honest though, Boruto was never told Daemon was coming as well. Nobody felt the need to tell him. Actually, I recall stating that Shikamaru failed to tell Team 7 about him when the last chapter dropped, and I made a video on that one too. Seems like a massive breakdown in communication by Shikamaru, who did know that Daemon was coming. I guess he underestimated the little brat? Either way, they forget to tell them about him, and Kawaki and Boruto suffer the consequences. Elsewhere, Naruto is interrogating Amado with Shikamaru, but we're not shown what he says yet, and the chapter ends with Boruto stating that this mission is going to become a handful. This chapter is a direct continuation of the last chapter, obviously, and it shows that Boruto and Kawaki are still on edge around each other. It seems to be showing us the rift that will eventually force them apart when the flash forward begins, but something made me wonder. Kawaki keeps seeing Momoshiki standing behind Boruto, and it made me wonder if it was possible that maybe Kawaki is the good guy in the flash forward, or at least misguided. Think about it, out of the two of them, the only actual threat to Konoha at this point in time is Boruto. Kawaki is free of Ishiki's influence, but Boruto isn't. In the previous chapter, Momoshiki hinted that something horrible would be coming and Boruto will wish he were dead, and that Momoshiki would then take over the body and Boruto. If we look forward into the future, we can start to piece things together. Boruto states that he couldn't believe that Kawaki would go that far, and Kawaki states that he will send Boruto where he sent Naruto. Boruto further states that this was the only possible outcome, which Kawaki acknowledges is true. Kawaki then states that the age of shinobi is over. Well, we know that Kawaki would never kill Naruto, meaning wherever he sent him is safe. Then he says he'll send Boruto there, which means that Kawaki isn't really a bad guy here. But we do need to question this. Number 1, why does shinobi culture need to end? And number 2, why did Kawaki need to send Naruto and Boruto away if something isn't happening? It's not in Kawaki's character, nor is it in Misashi Kishimoto's character to write Kawaki out as a villain with no purpose. So what could it possibly be? Whatever Momoshiki is foreshadowing is likely the thing that will force Kawaki's beliefs on shinobi to change. Momoshiki may have something to do with it. So to a point, I feel like Kawaki isn't the villain everyone expects him to be, and we can't even be sure that Kawaki was the one who destroyed the Hokage rock. In fact, it could be that Kawaki's beliefs on shinobi being over isn't even something he believes based on ideals, but on circumstance that the age is over, based upon the fact that someone may have completely ended the shinobi way across all great nations. Ha! Maybe this doomed future is caused by the androids. And so the blonde, sword-wielding son of one of the main heroes is going to have to deal with it. It could entirely be the androids though, because it was already stated that they could destroy the planet, and we also know that Ida and Daemon's good graces are based solely and entirely upon her feelings with Kawaki. And if he and Boruto reject her, and I'm not gonna lie, this seems possible, Ida may go rogue, and you know Daemon will go wherever she goes. But anyway, that's just what I think. What do you think of this chapter? What was your favorite part? And where do you think that this will all go in the direction of the flash forward? I'm eager to know. Let us know in the comments below. Also, remember to click the like button, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't, and possibly subscribe if you already have, because YouTube has been undoing those recently. Remember to ring the bell to be notified when new content drops. Peace out.